The past week, we have heard several news stories about students from Hyderabad going to two universities, the Silicon Valley University and the Northwestern Polytechnic University, being denied entry into US. There is a great deal of confusion and understandably a lot of concern among students wishing to pursue MS in US. This short video is to clear the confusion and discuss what students can do to avoid getting into this kind of situation. The facts first. Some 14 students bound for these two universities were detained at San Francisco airport and subjected to investigations. They were deported back as the Customs and Border Protection officers were not satisfied with their answers. Another set of students faced a similar situation in Abu Dhabi airport. Later, Air India officials refused to allow another set of students at the Rajiv Gandhi airport in Hyderabad to fly. Shortly thereafter, Etihad Airlines too refused to fly students going to San Francisco to join these two universities. Now, the questions. Are these two universities blacklisted in the first place? If they were not, why were the students sent back? Can a student with a valid F1 visa be denied entry into US? Who are CBP officers and what is their role? Let's try to find answers to some of these questions. For the first question, are these universities blacklisted? As of now, the universities are not blacklisted, but definitely they look shady. They do not inspire much confidence for being institutions of higher learning. They are questionable on several fronts. Several things that are not right, like taking students without GRE and IELTS scores, most of the students not having even rudimentary communication skills and proper credentials, very thin faculty strength, and not much of info available on them. Just visit their websites and you will see most of these glaring mistakes. The list goes on. Second, granting of F1 visa is an expression on the part of the consular officer of the eligibility of a student to enter US for the intended purpose, in this case being study. It does not grant a right to enter the US. There is one more hurdle to be crossed before getting into the US. And that brings us to the role of Department of Homeland Security. While the consulates working under the Department of State grant the F1 visas, the Customs and Border Protection, CBP in short, personnel under the Department of Homeland Security at the port of entry have the final say to allow or deny entry to any person. The US State Department official website says a visa allows a foreign citizen to travel to a US port of entry and request permission to enter the United States. A visa does not guarantee entry into the United States. Please note those terms. It does not guarantee entry into the United States. The Department of Homeland Security, DHS, US Customs and Border Protection, CBP officials at the port of entry have authority to permit or deny admission to the United States, sir. Why were the students denied entry? When you arrive at a port of entry, if the CBP officer has doubts about you and purpose of visit, then you could be taken to secondary inspection area for additional questioning. In this case, the students were not able to answer the questions asked by CBP officer about the course and university. Some of the questions that were asked to the students include: how many courses will you be taking for your first semester? How many units per subject? What is the cost per unit? Do you even know how much each credit costs? Why won't you research on the cost per credit to attend SVU? What is the living cost? Who told you that it would cost so much? Do you even know how much money you will need to have on December 29th, which is the date of reporting? From the line of questioning, it is obvious that the students exhibited total lack of knowledge about the course, about the tuition cost, etc. Therefore, there are grave doubts about their credentials as serious students. Now, what can we take away from this experience? First of all, exercise caution in selecting universities. Avoid shady universities. Please do not take shortcuts. Take GRE and IELTS. Don't avoid taking GRE and IELTS. Don't get attracted to your university just because they don't ask for GRE and IELTS scores. The fact that you have taken GRE and IELTS and you have a valid score will strengthen your credentials as a serious student. It'll help you in your visa interview. It'll also help you in the port of entry interview. Know about the course and the university. Do thorough research. Be prepared not just for the visa interview, but also for the port of entry interview now that you know that it is a serious affair. And finally, be prepared for serious academics, not part-time work alone. Prime's admissions consulting service provides detailed guidance at every stage from university selection to visa guidance and beyond to make your dream of MS in US a reality. Your journey to MS in US starts here. Dial 95423 77000 to start your journey.